This is the second episode of the Sip and Paint podcast, and I'm Savannah, and today I'm here with Taylor and Storm. So, both of y'all went to ACL the first weekend, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, Taylor, I'll start with you. What was your experience like?
I had a lot of fun. Most of my friends went weekend two, so it was a smaller group weekend one, but I still, had a lot of fun because we had, a plan, so we knew everything we were going to do.
Mm-hmm. And did you go all 3 days, or?
Yes, I went all 3 days.
And were you going for, a specific artist, or was it more of just, a...
No, I just went because, it was my first year, and I've, never been to ACL before, so I just, had the opportunity, so I just went.
And what about you, Storm?
I went all 3 days, and I go every year. I've been going every year since I was, 5 or 6 maybe. My parents are super duper into music and stuff, so they would just tag me along with them when I was younger because the kids get in for free. And then I started to actually get into some of the music and enjoy it, so they were like, okay, well, we'll just buy you your own ticket and you can just go with your friends.
And did you go for one specific artist?
There's definitely there's a ton of people there that I was excited to see. I know the Strokes are super popular, and I was very excited to see them. Same with, Sabrina Carpenter. I think one of my favorites was, Wet Leg. And I had seen them a couple years prior, because they were at ACL in 23, I think. And, their act changed definitely a lot, but in a good way, So I was definitely very excited to see all of them play, and I had just the best time.
What was, I've never been to ACL myself, but, what's, the setup, or, how does, I guess, the event work?
It's, so it's hosted at Zilker Park, which is, downtown. They set up probably 7 stages, all varying in size. So there's, 2 really big ones on either side, and then some smaller ones tucked around. And they're, the people that put on ACL are a very, very good group of people. They're super into, they're Austinites, essentially. So they're super into all the things that most people in Austin are. So they have, recycling stuff. They have water stations everywhere. They're very, so it's super, super fun with all their policies and stuff. And, just meet a ton of people, because concerts are fun in general, but festivals a lot more, because you see all these different people at all these different places, and it's a bunch of random people who you've never met congregating to enjoy the same thing. So it's really fun. It gives you a big sense of community.
So on that, did y'all run anybody that you knew besides, the group that y'all went with?
Yeah, I saw, a lot of my basketball teammates from select season, ones that I don't see a lot, and then I know this, weekend two, I didn't go, but I know that, some of my friends from Dallas came. I know one of my friends that I went with, she saw her neighbor.
Yeah, I saw, so on the Friday, a bunch of the group that I go with is in band, so they obviously couldn't go Friday, because some of them are soloists. So on Friday, it was just me and my friend Sky, who's on the wrestling team. And we were most excited to see Cage the Elephant, probably. But so, we got to the stage, and we were waiting maybe 30 minutes before they started. And we ran into, a whole group of people that we knew. But it was really fun to run into them. And then, we ran into more people, throughout the weekend.
Did y'all say that, I know that ACL, it's kind of more a Austin, well, obviously it's just, an Austin-only type of thing. But, I'll ask y'all individually. So, would y'all say that it would be the same thing if it wasn't in Austin or if it was something else? Or, because I know that there's, a bunch of people who specifically travel here just to come to ACL. So do y'all think that that's just something that's, Austin specific, or that it could just happen anywhere depending on, the select group of people that are coming to perform?
I think it depends a lot on, specifically who's performing. But I think ACL is kind of similar to, other festivals. What's the one in California?
In California?
That they
Coachella?
Coachella, yeah. It's kind of like Coachella, but in Texas.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as big and crazy.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people in Texas as there is in California. But I think more of the crowd that goes to ACL is I don't want to call them hippies, but they kind of run, run with that vibe. Austin's whole thing is, like, keep it weird.
Yeah.
But I do think the artists performing do have, like, at least some effect on who's going to the festival.
I feel like one thing that not everywhere else has is the heat. Like,
no, yeah, for
so,
sure.
like, heat definitely, like, forms how I feel like how ACL goes, because I just feel like everything's, like, modeled after...
Like the Texas heat?
Yeah, it's, like, not as hot everywhere else. So, it, definitely, like, I don't know.
I agree.
Like, we used, like, the amount of times my friends and I used the water stations, like, I feel like you wouldn't do that anywhere else. Like, it's so hot. And,
so,
like,
wait, what are the water stations?
Like...
They call them hydration stations. They're just kind of scattered throughout the park. And
is it just for people? Because I know I went to actually like foodie festival here.
Oh
last year,
yeah.
And it's just so hot that like at least over there, I don't know. Is ACL, so it's in Zilker Park, so is it like on concrete or like where is that?
It's like on the park, like
on
the
grass.
big grass area. That's where it is. They like gate the whole thing, and then they just like put together the stages in the weeks before. And yeah, it's really cool, like, the production quality, though, that they get. But the hydration stations are just, they're, like, essentially, like, big water fountains. Like, there's, like, a few little spouts under a tent, and you go up and you fill up your water bottle. And then there's, like, people there to, like, help you if you've never filled your water bottle or anything. I don't know why that would be the case, but, you know...
No, I know me, at least I'm very sensitive to passing out because if it's too hot, I don't do well in heat.
Yeah.
So, like, I can imagine
there's
that's
definitely, there's plenty of medical tents.
Yeah.
Like, just everywhere. Because I know one of my friends this past weekend, poor girl, she was, like, camping for Empire of the Sun. And she literally, like, 10 minutes before they came on stage, she'd been camping for 2.5 hours. She passed out and fell, like, backwards. And she was, like, barricade. And someone caught her, and so she stood up and she was like, oh my god, like, thank you so much for catching me, like, blah, 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 blah. And then she doesn't remember this, but she passed out, like, again, and nosedived into the barricade.
Oh.
Is it...
Taylor
Yeah.
Peterson. Yeah, and then, oh my god, she literally, this giant security guard, like, helps her over the barricade. So she nose-dove into the barricade, so her face got kind of bruised and a little cut up. She's doing fine though. She's okay. She's just a little tired from the weekend, you know.
That's a memorable experience.
Yeah. But then I guess the guy who plays Dean in Gilmore Girls was there, and he like gave her water and was like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And then he actually visited her in the medical tent later on.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and so I went to her house the next day to like bring her like a coffee and be like, "Hey, are you okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, look at my water bottle from Dean." And I was like, "Okay."
Wow.
You're clearly fine.
To end it off here, would y'all say that, I know Storm, you said that you go every year, but would y'all go to ACL next year, or would that just be depending on who's performing? And then Taylor, I'll start with you.
I really want to go again next year. Like, I feel like this year was like a really good time to start, and like it was like definitely like a big step of like independence because I didn't go with parents, so it's like definitely like a lot of trust, but it was like a lot of fun, and I felt prepared, and I felt like safe enough to do it again next year, and so I definitely want to go. I don't think the lineup really matters unless it's like horrible.
A horrible lineup,
but like it was just like the experience. It felt like summer camp. Like when I got home, it was like summer camp depression. Like,
yeah. I know exactly what you mean. It kind of, for me, I guess it depends on who's going. A bunch of my friends want to go next year, but I'm a senior, so I'm going to college. So I don't really know if I'm going to be able to come back. Yeah. I would love to, of course, but, like, you know, it just kind of depends on my situation.
Well, yeah. And thank you guys so much for coming to the podcast, and obviously we'll have pictures posted of their paintings. See you next time.